Hello, you guys. Hi. If you don't know me, my name is Shawnee. I have my own business called 11 Moons. I'm an astrologer, I'm a psychic, and I make natural products, okay? I do coaching, teaching, all the things. Um, Everything is available at 11moons11.com, okay? Let's just get that out the way. This is kind of about that, but not really about that. I'm just about to go on a whole rant about a whole bunch of different stuff, different truths and things that I've just been thinking that I feel like I need to get out, okay? Let me start and preface this by saying one, I took an epic trip this past weekend, and when I say trip, I don't mean travel, I mean trip like psychedelic trip. Took an epic trip this weekend, had a lot of realizations, got a lot of downloads from that. I feel like this conversation definitely is coming out of that and the clarity that I gained from that. Two, I am a Leo moon. Yesterday was the full moon in Leo. I'm also a person who gets her cycle with the full moon. My silk has not quite dropped yet, so I am premenstrual and just irritated in general. Just want to let y'all know that. Not that I'm going to be rude or anything on this video, but I am ranting and griping, okay? So I just want to let you guys in on that. If you're curious about Leo moon, you want a full moon reading, just go ahead and go on my Instagram, press the book now button. You can book a full moon in Leo tarot spread, or if you want your own personal full moon in Leo retreat where we're doing guided meditation, we're journaling, I'm doing divination for you, and then I'm also giving you your own personalized ritual. You can book that on my website, 11moons11.com, okay? Now, moving right along, let me go ahead and get into the first thing. And I'm going to talk about this first simply because it came up today. And it's fresh on my mind, okay? So, I'm scrolling down TikTok, okay? And one of the people that I follow posts a stitch of a video of the person wasn't trans, excuse me. They were non-binary. Non-binary person, biological male, by the way, was talking about how he was paid, or excuse me, they were paid to do a tampon ad. And the woman in the video who I was watching, not the person that stitched, but the woman in the video that I was watching, she was basically saying, she doesn't feel like it was right for that company to go and hire someone who has no idea what it's like to experience a menstrual cycle and pay them to promote this specific product that is for people who have menstrual cycles. And she went on to detail her experience of having extremely heavy cycles and endometriosis and having to get a hysterectomy and all the things. And then this one particular trans woman that I follow was commenting on her video being extremely, what I felt like was disrespectful and condescending. And was saying basically that she was transphobic because she said that trans women or non-binary biological males shouldn't be put into spaces that are supposed to be primarily represented by women. Listen. I'm not one to take any money out of anyone's pockets or whatever that is, and I understand that there are a lot of things that are profiting from things that they should not be profiting from, okay? But here's the thing. We can't continue to battle and fight one another when we're already on a when we're already in a cycle of toxic capitalism, essentially, because that's what y'all are doing. When medicine started out, it was a bunch of people experimenting, trying shit, and there was a lot of torture going on. There was a lot of people who were in less fortunate positions that were experimented on. And this happened from the beginning of time. But we can't sit here today and say that people who go to school for gynecology, men who go to school for gynecology, let me be specific, um, shouldn't be able to practice because they're men and they have no idea what it's like to have a vagina. They don't have any idea what it's like to have a vagina, but they went and studied it, okay? They went and studied it, and they got their licensing, and they took the exams that they needed to take in order to propel their experiences forward. Um, that being said, the woman, the trans woman, see, this is why I don't like talking about this stuff, because it just gets, I feel confused. I feel like I'm confusing y'all talking about this. But essentially, here's my point. I'm not even going to go into all the little things that were said. Essentially, this is the point that I'm making. Biological males do not have periods, okay? So no, biological males should not be promoting tampons and pads from the perspective that they're actually wearing them, because they are not. And if they are, it's not because their uterus is bleeding. Their uterine lining is shedding. That's not what's happening, okay? So with that being said, if you want to put a male into a tampon or pad commercial, bring them in with their daughter. Bring them in with their wife who's experiencing these things. And, you know, they have to go out and buy it, you know, and or something of that nature that actually makes factual sense. But let's not sit here and pretend that the company should never have done that and the person should never have accepted that job. It was a financial transaction, and then to try to put it into the context of social justice and balancing is absolutely ridiculous. And then every time we try to have these conversations, everybody wants to get all butthurt and confused. There's nothing to be confused about. I am a lesbian woman, okay? I have a whole ass wife. I've been gay my whole life, okay? I ain't never liked men. Never. I had maybe 3 boyfriends as a girl. It's not my thing. So I'm not here to condemn the LGBTQ community, but let's be for real. Let's stop being delusional. Every time somebody says something that we don't agree with, or that trans women, trans men don't agree with, there's this whole thing about transphobia and homophobia, and everything is not homophobia. Everything is not transphobia. Some shit is just factual. I don't care what bathroom you want to use. That's your business. I don't care if you want to be called he or she or they. That's your business. I don't have any qualms with that. But let's not take up space where we shouldn't be taking up space. Just like certain people, let me put it into this context. If I was a white person, I could not sit and look at you and talk about the Black experience from my direct perspective. I can only talk about what I'm seeing, what I've been exposed to, and what I know of. I can't talk about my direct Black experience because I don't have one, because I'm not Black. Okay? Like, stop. Let's just stop pretending that trans women and cis women have the same experience, because we don't. We don't. We're all women, yes, but we don't have the same experience. And it just because women like to say that, hey, you guys don't have the same experience as us, y'all want to call us homophobic. It's not homophobic, and it's not transphobic. It's fucking facts. Just like we don't have the same experience as you guys. Trans women go through some of the most toxic traumas, from being rejected by their families, from having to grapple with their identity from a very young age, from being teased and ostracized and isolated, from being the most vulnerable in terms of threats and murders and suicides. You know what I'm saying? So let's not pretend like everybody doesn't have their different struggles. We all do. And we can support each other in those struggles by not allowing capitalism, patriarchy, and misogyny to lead when we're having these conversations. Everybody wants to be fucking right. Nobody is behaving righteously. I'm tired of seeing it. And then off that, because essentially that's what I have to say. Like, y'all got to stop being delusional and facing facts, okay? We have gotten to a point where gender roles are out of control. So I do understand that certain people are just completely rebelling against gender roles altogether, and I respect that. Like, if that's your spiritual path and perspective, I respect that. I'm not doing that, okay? The divine masculine and the divine feminine has its place, and everybody needs to find balance of the divine masculine and feminine energies within them. But there is a reason why you came into the experience as the gender that you came into it as, and there's a more spiritual perspective when you learn that on the outside, from a conscious physical perspective, you identify more as one way than another way. There is a spiritual context to that, and I'm not going to get into that on this video, but it doesn't have anything to do with all the things that you guys are adding into it. Those things are of ego, they are of the flesh, and I'm just sick of talking about it. I'm sick of seeing it. I'm sick of seeing people go back and forth and not know what they're talking about. The fact is this. The fact is this, okay? Women are women and men are men. And that's it. We don't have to add any other context to that. Women have the reproductive organs that they have, and men have the reproductive organs that they have. And that's it. We can change those things, but we cannot change the inside of our bodies. And we all know what comes with the inside of a woman's body. So let's not start playing and pretending like men trying to come in and say that they have the same experience as women with uterus, that they can give birth, that they can have periods. No, you cannot. No, you cannot. Factually, you cannot. And I know that you wanting to have an experience as a woman may make you feel like, I just want to identify so bad, and so let me just create a version of this. That is not how that works. It's not how that works. And it's not about y'all taking anything away from us as women, because we don't compare. We don't compare. And it's not because one is higher than the other. It's just different. It's different. It's not a comparison. It's not about you guys taking anything away from us as women. It's adding patriarchy and misogyny into your perspective as a trans woman. I'm sick of it. And then when somebody try to say something, y'all want to say transphobic, transphobic, transphobic. No. Ain't nobody fucking transphobic over here. Okay? Y'all just need to be accountable for your bullshit and how you operate often out of insecurity and ego, and you try to be condescending towards people who call you out on your delusional bullshit. It is what it is, and that's all I'm gonna say. And I know I'm gonna get some hate and backlash for this video, and you know what? I don't even care. Spirit has been telling me, say what you gotta say. Stop holding your tongue. That's why, you know what? That's why I be flying under the radar. Because I don't really, I try to just stay in my lane, mind my business, and do what I do, and don't speak on what I see. Oftentimes, don't speak on what I feel. Because this experience is not about me. My experience is about me. And I understand that on a spiritual level. And so I try to keep my business in that direction. And most of the time, I probably still will. I'm not going to lie to y'all. But this is a time when I just feel the need to speak up on some shit. So that's point one and perspective one, okay? Now, moving right along from that. I'm tired of y'all refusing to take accountability. I'm tired of it. I be working my ass off. I really do. Like, I be working my ass off. Like, I be creating all these damn blogs, all these rituals, all these challenges, all these journals. I'm doing, and then in the midst of doing that, like, I'm doing one-on-one readings. I'm having to record content and create classes. And I signed up for this. I love this work. So don't get me wrong. I'm not like saying I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. But what I am saying is I'm tired of having followers. I'm tired of having watchers. observers. Bitch, are you in this with me or not? Are we doing the work together or not? Are you supporting me or not? Because to I don't want the surface fluff anymore. I don't want it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to feel like I can't come to my following and be my vulnerable 100% complete self. I don't want any of that. Okay? Are you in the trenches with me and we doing this work together or not? Because I am not a reader that's going to pacify you. I'm not a reader that's here to be your symptom soother. I am the motherfucking cure, the medication. Okay? If you do the things that I advise consistently, you will see change in your life. All of my clients have done it, and at some point, they have seen the changes. And this is not me tooting my own horn. This is me saying I started this business because I did this work myself, so I know that it's effective. And I recommend things to my clients based on my own experience. And I have clients who have been with me for years, and I've seen it. So it's like, are you hands-on and ready to work or not? Because if you're not hands-on and ready to work, I'm not the person for you. I'm not. Okay? I'm gonna give you homework. I'm gonna give you some things to do. I'm gonna put you through some challenges. Okay? My 6th house is in Aries. Okay? I'm a born leader. I'm here to service, but I'm here to lead. I'm here to delegate. I'm a Capricorn. I'm a Capricorn through and through. I'm a Capricorn North Node. I'm a Capricorn Sun. My 3rd house is in Capricorn. Okay, my Neptune is in Capricorn. I got at least 5 Capricorn placements out of 12. So, that being said, I'm going to work you. I'm going to promote discipline. I'm going to promote structure. I'm going to make sure that you have a clear strategy and understanding for where you're trying to go. And if you don't, I don't really feel like you need to be talking to me about it because you're not serious about it. And your lack of seriousness and commitment is not my problem. It's not. So if you're not ready for that journey, just go talk to somebody else. Get somebody else to do it. Because I'm not I can't do it. I can't do it. Okay? I can't do it. I don't have the patience anymore for it. And I've evolved past it. And so I'm really to the point now where I want to work with people who are ready to work for real. Because I'm ready to work. Are you ready to work? Because I'm ready to work. That's the real question. So that's point 2 on the list of things that have been pissing me off. While I'm on business, let me just say this, and then I'm going to move off of business and into something else. While I'm on business, let me say this. I am doing this challenge, this 28-day challenge from today until the 6th of March. Normally, what I would do is I would have everybody sign up for the challenge. I would send all the videos out daily and all that. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that. I made a blog. I'll post the videos and add them to the blog so that they're all in one place. And you can sign up for the challenge. I mean, you can catch me for the challenge and catch the replays on my website. I'm not about to keep trying to drag people up with me that don't want to go because I'm tired and I feel like it's dragging me down. I do. To be honest, I do. So with that being said, y'all are about to start seeing more of me because I got to get back out of my comfort zone and get back on camera and start back talking to y'all directly daily, if not at least weekly or a couple of days a week. I've gotten way too comfortable being off camera and just being quiet, and I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, but I feel like I need to get in y'all face again, and I'm about to do it. And if you're not ready for that, just go ahead and unfollow me, unsubscribe, whatever you need to do. whatever you need to do. But I can't keep doing the same things and expecting different results. It's time to just go a different direction altogether. So that's what I'm about to do. Okay, great. Moving along from that. I'm tired of y'all not projecting. I'm tired of y'all traumatizing. No. Why can't I use my words? Find my words. Fetishizing. That is the word that I'm looking for. I'm tired of y'all fetishizing toxicity. Okay? Let's start with this Tyrese situation. The way that they had a drop time for that fucking video pissed me the fuck off. Like it's a fucking cinematic event. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, you... That really pissed me off. The whole situation pissed me off. Let me be clear. But y'all gonna put a drop time on this video, like this shit is a cinematic event, and then the way that people was just sharing that shit out, like it's not traumatizing. Like it's like it's almost like the shit is porn for you guys. It's gross. I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm not engaging. I don't want. No. Just no. No, 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 and no. It just goes to show you how deep self-hate really is rooted and how far people will go for capitalism, patriarchy, hierarchy, and misogyny. It's fucking superiority complex is what it is. And it's ridiculous. I'm tired of seeing it. And I know we're all tired of people, okay, not taking accountability for what they've done to us in this country and not making any real reparations for it. But that does not mean that we get to go and start being ignorant, disrespectful, and quite frankly, a little bit prejudiced to people who've done nothing to us. I'm tired of seeing the names being called and the extreme backlash for minute things, but less of an outrage for things that really freaking matter. Like, it's just ridiculous. Y'all want to get mad over everything that is real, that is not real, and ignore the real issues. The real issue is that people cannot afford to live anymore. Every fucking thing is expensive. It's expensive to breathe clean, fresh air in this motherfucker. When the rich people, when the millionaires are complaining about the price of groceries, Houston, we have a problem. Houston, we have a problem. The real problem is it's 10 times harder for us to own property, for us to own land, than it was for our great-grandparents, our grandparents, and even some of our parents. That's the real truth. And it doesn't matter what color you are. That's just the reality of what we're living in. The truth is, when you go to the grocery store and you're buying produce, you're buying water, okay? You buying maybe a couple of bags of chips, some tea. You bound to spend at least $60 to $100 on those items alone, when you used to be able to feed your whole household of four for maybe $150. They're not asking what race you are when you check out at the goddamn cash register in the grocery store. When they send that light bill every month and you see how them little fees keep going up and up, they're not asking what race are you. When you get your cell phone bill every month and you see these little added charges, they're not asking what race you are every month. Now, I'm not saying that racism does not exist. I will never say that. I'm a black woman. Let's be clear. I'm not Candace Owens. Let's be clear. I'm not, that's not my ministry. I will say this though. Y'all need to get back to focusing on the bigger picture and focusing on real issues. Okay? Let's focus on the truth and how the truth has been so demonized that we don't even know what's real anymore. Let's focus on how every single thing has been sexualized, and now you can't even freaking put on some pants and a shirt without everything being about that ass, that ass, that ass. Let's talk about how everybody wants to start a business, but nobody wants to have real time management and business management skills. No, y'all don't want to talk about it? Let's talk about how y'all probably have not read a book in months, and yet you have so much information, knowledge, and a wealth at your fingertips in words. Let's talk about how people don't even really read to their kids no more. Or how these kids are not being raised by their parents, but they are being raised by tablets and TikTok. Let's talk about that shit. That's the real shit that we need to be bringing to the surface. All of that other shit is fluff. It's fluff. And I bring up all these problems. Granted, I don't have all the answers. I don't have all the solutions. But the first solution is self-work. Okay? And that comes in three folds. Okay? It comes with building your connection with spirit, accepting that divine source resides in you, and uplifting that power. And there are several ways to do that. Okay, whether you want to do Kundalini work, whether you want to do chakra work, whether you want to go with Kemet, you know, there's Christhood, there's several schools of study, but it's all points back to the same thing. The uplifting of source energy from your root to your crown to activate the rest of your brain so that you can work to your full capacity. So you can have vision to your full capacity. So that you can have foresight to your full capacity. So that you can have magnetism to your full capacity. Attraction to your full capacity. Because that is our birthright. But we've been so far removed from our birthright, we don't even know how to get back there. And it's really simple. And it's like I keep telling y'all, but nobody's listening to me. That's how, genuinely, that's how I feel. Nobody is listening to me. I've been saying this for years and years. You need to start studying astrology. You need to study numerology. You need to see what's in your DNA and what's in your bloodline. And then you need to go ahead and start meditating and doing some form of chakra or yogic work. Those are the 4 basic principles of spirituality right there. You really don't even have to do anything else. But what those things do is it reconnects you. It reconnects you to the energy around you, not just what you can physically see, but outside of that. It reconnects you to nature. You need to detox. You need to cleanse. Okay, you need to drink water. Speaking of, let me drink some. Keep telling y'all, you need to be doing protection regularly. It's so much shit out here. They're like, oh God, it's so much, y'all. I feel like I'm all over the place. But Hopefully, I'm making at least a little bit of sense. Hopefully. I've been telling y'all forever these same things. And I guess I'm just tired. I'm tired of feeling unheard. I'm tired of looking out in the world and seeing that it's definitely going to get worse before it gets better. I'm tired of seeing the state of consciousness at the level that it is when there's really no excuse for it at all, because people are choosing to be ignorant at this point. People are choosing to disassociate at this point. People are choosing to be on autopilot at this point. Some of y'all don't even have some of y'all don't even have an inner dialogue, bro. Like, I cannot do it. I can't. We gotta do better, for real. We gotta do better. We gotta do better. Because at what point is enough enough? At what point are we gonna get tired of doing the same thing, expecting a different result? At what point? Y'all not tired? Because I'm tired. I know this ain't my first time here, but this experience, this one right here, is very trying and exhausting. Very trying and exhausting. And the most exhausting part of it is fucking humans, bro. It's humans. Because why are y'all like this? Why? It don't make no sense. Like, if we're gonna be anything, let's be fucking for real. If we gonna be anything, let's be fucking for real. Let me move on from that, because I could go all day on the things that we should be doing and talking about versus what we're actually doing and talking about. Let me move on from that. Let's go ahead and talk about this Blueface and Chrisean situation, you guys. Okay? The reason why I want to talk about this is because this is a very public example of young people looking for love in all the wrong places because they didn't get the proper love and attention that they needed at home. And they become narcissistic, entitled, and chaotic. That's exactly what happens. And that's the story of more people than not. The thing is, those people just are not living their life in a public realm. Blueface and Chrisean are both hurt little children. That's what they are. Hurt little children. I know when people are grown. I know they are. But they're both hurt little children. Blueface is a hurt little boy who wishes that he would have had his daddy. He wishes that his mama would have done him better. And he wishes that he didn't see the toxicity that he saw in his mama, that he still can't seem to escape in these women that he be dealing with. Okay? And Chrisean is a broken little girl who was abused, who was, I feel like, forced to grow up earlier than she needed to, and who was not properly guided on how to be a woman for real. How to carry herself as a real woman. And they really do love each other. I believe that. I do. Blueface might say fuck her one day, but he loves her. And we all know she loved that man. But the thing is, they're going to destroy each other because they don't even know how to properly love themselves, let alone love each other. So all they can do is just dim each other's lights and break each other down. And a lot of y'all are doing that same shit in your friendships, in your relationships. You don't even know how to love. but you want somebody to love you. You want somebody to have compassion and care for you. You want somebody to give you consistent attention. You don't even know how to do a good deed without expecting anything in return. You don't even know how to offer yourself up on intuition, not just simply because somebody said that they need you. You don't even know how to trust your instincts enough to know when your energy is saying, I don't want to be around this person anymore, and straight up tell them that instead of pretending like they did something to you. And yet you want somebody to love you and accept you and embrace you. You don't love yourself. Some of y'all are so insecure, internally insecure, and you don't even realize how those insecurities keep you isolated, how those insecurities keep you in a box, how those insecurities keep you from your purpose. These two, Chrisean Rock and Blueface, they are two people who are hurt, and they are both hurting one another. And that's it. And the way that y'all have been going up about this damn relationship is crazy. We shouldn't even be promoting this as a people. We really should not. Like, it's toxic. On one hand, I feel like it needs to be seen because you need to see what can happen when there is healing that needs to be done and how quickly things can be destroyed based on the people who you decide to surround yourself with and the decisions that you choose to make. Every single moment is a choice. Every day we make choices. If the choices that you made yesterday did not get you any closer to the person that you are looking to become, make better choices today. Everybody wants to blame Blueface for Chrisean's problems. I don't see him as the problem. She decided to go on Blueface Club. She decided to let him become her manager. She decided that she was going to ride or die for this man. And she does this thing where she does this emotional manipulation and control when she gets all in her feelings. And she acts like a baby. She's not a baby though. And Blueface is not innocent. He definitely did some manipulation. There's a lot of narcissism going on over there. Definitely very selfish. The way that he feels like he should just be able to dictate to her what she gonna do and what she not gonna do, and he can do whatever he wants, is absolutely asinine and ridiculous. His views about the way that he treats his mother and how he chooses to hold court and handle his business is absolutely ridiculous and childish. It's egotistical. It's a boy trying to pretend to be a man. They're children. And the crazy thing is, there are children who are watching their behavior who really feel like this is the way that their relationship should be going. It's ridiculous. And we need to do better. We need to do better. We gotta change, y'all. And I know I can't change the world, but today the weight of the world is on me. And I'm tired. They're trying to normalize pedophilia. They don't want us to have proper nutrition. They want our root chakras out of whack because if you're not grounded, if you're in survival mode all the time, it's very hard to grow. This has been going on for a long time, but I told y'all in 2020, okay? It's 2023 now. I told y'all in 2020 that there was an attack on the root and crown chakra. That attack was detrimental to everybody. There was a lot of debris and fallout from that, and it's still happening right now. Protection is important. Clarity is important. Consistency, discipline, and structure are important. This is a year of 7, very spiritual number. It's time to get your spirit up. It's time to get your spirit up. And you can't do that focusing on bullshit. You can't do that denying spiritual truths and universal truths, universal laws. You can't do that when you're in a space of disassociation, dysfunction. Like, come on now. Like, what is it gonna take for us to say, all right, let's really do the damn thing? What is it gonna take? Because I'm telling y'all right now, it's gonna get worse before it gets better. I'm telling you this. I'm telling you this because I know, okay? It's going to get worse before it gets better. I've been doing a lot of I'm not even gonna get into that on this video, okay? Just trust me when I tell you. You need to stay prayed up. You need to stay protected. You need to connect with your bloodline ancestors. The benevolent ones, of course, because not all your ancestors are good. And you need to be aware of what's going on astrologically. As above, so below. As above, so below. The same patterns that happen in the sky happen here with us. I'm just tired, y'all. I'm so tired of the world the way that it is today. And it's not even just in America. This stuff is happening everywhere, but primarily here because I live here, obviously. I'm from here, and it's affecting me the most. The state of America. I'm sick of it. I don't understand. How is it that we have several billionaires and people actually are homeless? How is it that there is multiple people who can't afford to eat or feed their families from day to day? And yet there are people paying $3,000 for one meal. Now, spend your money how you want to spend your money. I'm not here to police that. But I'm just saying, if that's possible, it is also possible that everybody can have a meal. It is also possible that everybody can have somewhere to stay. I understand that we don't live in a communist or a socialist community, and we have free enterprise, and I respect that about America. That's one thing I love about America. I wouldn't be able to do what I do without access to free enterprise. But at the same time, capitalism is not everything. And we wouldn't even need money if everybody would just help each other out and give each other what's needed. But it's always a struggle. It's always a struggle. So we have to bring in the money because we got to survive. Like, if I could genuinely, if I could say, hey, I'm taking 5 people and I'm going to work with you for 6 months, no charge to you, and do my bridge program on those 5 people, bruh, that would make me so happy because I know how impactful that program is. Everybody who has completed the program, they definitely got to meet a new version of themselves. If I could do that, I would, but I can't do that because that's me giving away no, yeah, 8 sessions per person. That's a lot of time because these bridge sessions be like at least an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours, some of them. So that would be me giving away 8 sessions per person. So let's see, 90 minutes times 8. That's 720 minutes times 5 because there's going to be 5 people. That's 3,600 minutes. Let's divide that by 60 so I can get. That is 60 hours. 60 hours of access to myself that I will be giving away for free. I can't do that. Some of y'all work 60 hours a week. Do you expect to not get paid for that? Like, I am going to be at a level one day where I can do that. But at this time, I can't do that. And then if I give it to you for free, you're not going to be as invested as if you invest the money that I'm asking for. You're not going to be as invested in the result. And I need you to be invested in the result. So you see, in those types of instances, it's like the money is an energetic investment because it helps me sustain my bills and lifestyle, and it helps you commit. It helps you be more dedicated. It helps you be more consistent. If I could do, let's just say I did a body butter drive, and I just decided, okay, I'm gonna give away some body butters, like 10 body butters, to the first 10 people to comment on this video. That sounds like a cute idea. But when I think about the cost of the jars that I have to use, the cost of ingredients to make the body butter, if I'm giving away 10 4-ounce, which is my regular size, jars of body butter, and that all will be coming out of my pocket. Do you see how that doesn't make sense for me and why I have to charge money for the things that I do? Because people be acting real confused about why spiritualists charge money. That's why. That's why. It's work. It's material. Everything that I do for y'all costs me money. So there has to be an energetic exchange. I would love for somebody to be like, hey, I really want to work with you. I don't really have the money to do it right now, but I'm a social media manager and I can help you with your content, or I can help you with organizing your posts, or something of that sort. Or if somebody was to come to me and say, hey, I really want to work with you, but I don't really have it right now, and I'm a driver, and so, when you need a ride, you can call me, I'll come and pick you up, and then you can supply my products or my service. That then there would not need to be a money exchange. If somebody told me, hey, I need a massage done and I don't really have the money right now to give you a massage, but I got these food stamps or I got these groceries that I can give to you, and then I don't have to buy groceries. It could all be so simple, but we don't want things to be simple. We want them to be simple at our convenience, but hard. I don't want to live like that. I want to live a peaceful, simple, but also luxurious lifestyle. Okay? Like, I just want my land, I want my house, and I want my peace. That's it. And I fully intend to work very hard to get there. But I almost feel like it's impossible sometimes because of the way that the world is just going. Like, it's, and not even just impossible for me, but for everybody who shares the dream that I have, for everybody who, you know, they just want peace, they just want consciousness, they just want connection, they want people to really, like, a genuine fucking tribe, bruh. A group of truth seekers and truth tellers. Like, it's just, it just don't make no sense. It really doesn't. It really doesn't. And it's exhausting. Completely exhausting. And it makes me angry. Angry. And you know, not because of me, like not just angry for me and myself. I'm angry for the children. I'm angry for the other small business owners who feel the same way that I do. I'm angry for the other women who feel that the way that I do. I'm angry for the other Black people who feel the way that I do. I'm angry for the other people who are living a middle class lifestyle who feel like they've been pushed into poverty. I'm angry. I'm angry for us. And I'm also angry for me. I'm angry for anybody else who feels invalidated, unappreciated, unheard, unseen, unfelt. I'm angry for us. The world does not have to be like this. We are choosing to feed into this bullshit. We're choosing to feed into this delusion. We're choosing to feed into the lies. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. I don't want to be dragged along for it. Count me out. Count me out. I don't want it. I'm all done. Okay? I'm all freaking done. Here's the truth. Y'all need to be reading books because the literacy rate in this country is absolutely astounding. And the only way that we are going to improve that is by continuing to read. At some point, I do believe that they are going to ban books. I hope that I don't start to see that in my lifetime. And when I know that there are certain books that are already banned, when I say that, I mean, like, we're not even going to be able to have them. I hope that I don't get to see that in my lifetime, but I do feel like it's going to happen. I do feel like there will be a time when the internet is a lot more censored. There's a lot less access to information. And you guys need to be taking advantage of the times that we live in. Because it's not going to be like this forever. It's not, I promise you. So y'all need to be reading. Second, you need to be doing consistent prayer and protection. I don't care how you pray, who you pray to, what you choose to say, when you want to pray. That's between you, your spirit guides, and your source, That don't have nothing to do with me. But you need to be praying and you need to stay protected. With prayer and protection, cleansing is also included. If you're not cleansing, then you can't be protected. Cleanliness is next to godliness is a saying, simply because when there's cleanliness, you can see what's going on, you have clarity, you can focus better, your heart feels more open, and that puts you into better connection with spirit, better connection with source. You're better able to absorb the downloads that you may be getting. Okay? Clean, protect, pray. Should be doing those 3 things regularly. If not every day, every week. Third thing, you need to journal, because a lot of us have PTSD, a lot of us have anxiety, a lot of us have ADHD, a lot of us are depressed, a lot of us, there's a lot. We all are walking with some sort of mental ailments at this point. Whether we are diagnosed or not, everybody has something going on. And more of us than would like to admit need to get out of our heads and into our bodies. And in order to be able to do that, you need to write. You need to write that shit down. You need to get it out, make it clear, make it plain. Okay? You need to be journaling. You need to be paying attention to what's going on astrologically. Not just what's going on with your birth chart, which is important, but also what's going on currently. What are the planets doing? How are they transiting? And how are those transits affecting you? You need to be paying attention to that. It's going to tell you a lot about timing, when to do things and take certain steps, when things are more favorable, and things of that nature. Okay? So you need to be paying attention to that. It's important. You learn astrology. Y'all take the time to learn TikTok dances. You take the time to learn these dumbass songs that have no substance, no value, no meaning. Take the fucking time to learn what the planets mean, what the houses mean, what the aspects mean, and how they communicate with each other. Yes, astrology is a dense subject. No, everybody's not passionate about it, but I'm telling you, it's a spiritual science. It's a way to assure your magic. Like, literally. So get into it. Get into it. And the last thing I'm going to say, if we're going to be anything, let's be fucking for real. Let's not be delusional. It was okay to be delusional 2020 and 2021. Okay, be delusional, be delusional, be delusional. Like, we're living in some delusional ass, weird ass times anyway. All this shit is fabricated and made up anyway. They done just put us with a whole okie dokie anyway. Let's go ahead and be delusional. Why the fuck not? This is 2023, okay? It's the number 7. It's a reset year. This is not the time to be delusional. This is time to be clear. This is time to be direct. This is time to be fucking for real and be truthful about who you are, what you believe, what you're willing to stand for, what you will not accept, and what that looks like for the future. Okay. On that note, I'm going to pull a postcard from Spirit, and then I'm going to go. I still have so much that I feel like I can say, but this video is already an hour long, so I'm going to leave it at this. Dear wonderful you, intimacy is scary sometimes. It means you have to let someone else get to know the real you, not the perfect, flawless mask you wear for others. No, it's time to reveal the cool one, the passionate one, the imperfect one that is totally you without artifice or walls. Yes, you will be exposed and vulnerable for a time, but it will be so worth it. This is the only way you will know true closeness with others, and you will also be close to spirit. Close to spirit and to us. There is amazing freedom that comes when you let go and just be yourself with another or a group. Release from the invisible bindings that keep you from intimacy. It's truly empowering. So may we support you wholeheartedly in this choice. You will know yourself better, and we hope learn to love yourself as much as we do. Life is about who you are with others, so share it. You will be so glad you did. Loving you so, so much. See, Spirit must wanted me to come and just talk to y'all and be candid. Intimacy, vulnerability definitely breeds growth. Intimacy and vulnerability will breed a lot of togetherness in us because some of us are not willing to ask for the things that we need. Some of us don't know how to build community. Some of us are so used to isolating that we don't even know how to be receptive. Okay, and that all comes with intimacy issues. All right, so I will leave you all with that, and I'll be back tomorrow for probably a whole bunch of challenge stuff. I got a couple more videos that I'll be posting today with some challenge things as well. So I will talk to y'all later.